Hello, hello, collective, beautiful, divine collective. I hope you guys have been doing well. Welcome back to New World Angel. Before I get into this, I was meditating and it doesn't happen to me quite often that I can't settle myself down. I just kept getting like a nervous, anxious feeling, like my heart was beating really fast. Over time I got there. So I don't know, maybe somebody in the energy is just extremely nervous or embarking on something that possibly is new and uncomfortable to them. Maybe something that they plan to say or do or are thinking of doing, or are just now getting into, like, trying to get comfortable with the idea of doing something. And then I got a vision of a lot of like smoke, and then that smoke clearing away. So, I don't know what that's all about. We shall see if it resonates with this reading. Something also was telling me to do, this isn't going to be a divine masculine reading, but I'm just being called to pull from the divine masculine deck. So we're going to do that to get us started. See what wants to come out. As a disclaimer, not every message within every reading is going to be for you, even if the initial cards resonate with you. So take what resonates. Don't try to make anything fit. Just because certain pieces of a reading resonate with you, because I am reading for a collective, a group of people, I'm pulling on, quite possibly different energies from different people. So not all of those energies are going to be for you. I think that's super important for people to hear. The whole point of New World Angel is for you to ignite your own intuition as to what resonates with you and your storyline and what doesn't. And that's by connecting the pieces of what you know to be true versus what you're trying to figure out or what you wish to know. So the best way to get a very clear reading for yourself is to book a private virtual reading or recorded reading through newworldangel.com, and I would be happy to read for you. All right, Spirit. Oh, also what I wanted to say is that we've been in a season the past few years as we come into the age of Aquarius. The divine feminine wakes up first. And then we go into divine masculine. So we are starting to embark upon, if not already have embarked upon, the divine masculine awakening. And so what I want to do today is just give some encouragement to our divine masculines so that they feel supported. I don't want to exclude anyone from my channel, regardless of your religious background, your sexual orientation, how you identify with the world, what you claim to be or who you claim to say you are. Like, I want everyone to feel welcome here. So even if you are new to tarot and the world of spirituality, I want this to be like a safe space where you feel welcome, and that I encourage anyone and everyone who's just curious to come on in, sit down. Got the heat on, it's nice and warm in here, and we'll just see what's going on. Okay. Make this, and this one wanted to come out. Aries, this is what I was getting. it wasn't so much like this is the smoke clearing, and I just kind of get a sense of like a clear pathway forward. Like it's almost like you know the direction you need to head in, and as an Aries would, and I'll read this too. As an Aries would, they're the initial sign of the zodiac. They're natural born leaders. Aries is also the ruler of Mars. This is truly divine masculine energy. Anger can be a part of it, possibly like, or just like, I just get forward movement, like moving beyond the bullshit, sort of seeing clearly and like focused. You know, like men get, and I'm not trying to exclude women from this because we all need to embody both masculine and feminine, but like there is an extreme focusing energy going on here. Okay, let me read real quick. Get my glasses. Let's see. Hair might be a thing. Look at this dude's hair. I get Fabio. If you guys are like younger Gen Z, Fabio he's just basically in every, like a lot of romance novels captured his energy. Like he'd always be like the dude shirt off on a white horse, kind of like dun, 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 you know, like I'm here. I don't know why, but maybe hair is a thing for you. Doesn't have to be. All right, let me see here. Okay. Aries, a hardened heart has served a purpose in protecting you. It's time to relinquish the hold of darkness and step back into flow. That's what I was talking about. A clearing and stepping forward, moving forward. Okay. One of the 12 Olympians, the major ancient Hellenic gods, Ares, is the god of war, also known as the spirit of battle. Although his parents, Zeus and Hera, were two of the most renowned Olympians, Ares was not considered as well-loved or respected. Connotations with brutality, lack of morality, and the trauma of war affected his reputation. He would arrive to battle in a chariot drawn by 4 immortal horses, accompanied by vultures and his favorite pet hunting hounds. Where Ares' sister, Athena, was associated with the wisdom and mental strategy of battle, he represented the aspects of bloodlust and unbridled violence. Ares began a long-spanning love affair with Aphrodite while she was married to Hephaestus? Sure. Together with Aphrodite, Ares fathered 4 children. Something about that. I don't know. The 4 children. Anyway. Okay, Aries' message. Long ago, a part of the divine masculine's heart went to war and has yet to return. This also reminds me of the Chariot card in tarot. Chariot represented by Cancer energy. Like a coming home almost. The chariot is drawn on a mission, driven by intuition, but also like knowledge of where he's come from. And the whole point is like to go out there and like to come back, you know, on these long missions. So anyway, let's see. Traumas and behavior patterns that develop collectively can claw in so severely that they become the new norm for generations to come. Our inner masculine has become exceedingly adept at hardening the heart due to the archetype of soldier and the stigma surrounding crying and exhibiting softer emotions. This energy presents as a battle wound with a layer of calcification over the top. It's a facade, a tough exterior protecting a wounded interior. It can feel like the braver choice to be stoic, but it inevitably leads to hollowness, numbness, and pain. Being cloaked in armor feels safe and protective. However, when worn after the war has ended, the armor becomes the problem. Knowing when to put down your shields, knowing when to put down your weapons and to become softer. Oh yeah, that was the nervous. And even like as I breathe in, it's like a hesitancy. It's almost like a easing into this doesn't feel comfortable for whomever I'm speaking to, for my collective. So being cloaked in armor feels safe and protective. However, when worn after the war has ended, the armor becomes the problem. The weight of that armor turns from the object of your protection to the very thing weighing you down. Protecting your peace is essential, yet so is living. Allowing the piercing of the shield around your heart takes immense bravery. If you are romantically interested in someone with a seemingly impenetrable ice boulder barricading their heart, it's not your job to thaw it out. If someone is not actively seeking help and working on their issues autonomously, but cautious about stepping into codependency, ensure you do not get sucked into a dark void of taking emotional responsibility for somebody else. I can resonate with that message a lot. Research the 4 attachment styles: secure, avoidant, anxious, and disorganized, to better understand yourself and others. Avoidant and anxiously attached people tend to attract each other, becoming entangled in a dopamine hit-inducing addictive to and fro situations. Working on the root causes and subsequent behavior patterns linked to your attachment style will help you develop a secure attachment and an open yet discerning heart. Sometimes the only way to survive hardship is to harden the heart for protection. Yes, I totally get this. Nonetheless, once the hardship is over, it no longer serves to be in protective mode. Seek assistance from mentors to help you melt the ice, keeping you from being vulnerable. You deserve to experience life from an open-hearted vantage point. Interesting. Aries. Yeah, there's a time and a place to, on the battlefield, there's a time and a place to have your shield up and to be protective of yourself and of your heart. But then once you come home and you're back into family life, there is a need to relinquish that level of control and to soften and to, maybe there's even PTSD there too. I don't know why that just came to me, but I just get like a long overdue sort of softening, or a need to soften. And I kind of think that's what somebody here in the collective is trying to encourage themselves to do, or maybe is even just now realizing the need to do. I love that. And if not, maybe this message is your cue to sort of take a look at that. And then what sort of attachment styles you feel like you resonate with, and if you are in a relationship or just coming out of one, what the attachment style of that person was and why the two of you even attracted one another in the first place. Okay. Good message. All right. Let's see. I kind of get like a fighting the air type of motion. Like not realizing, oh, oh, it's time to like, I'm no longer fighting right now. Anyway. Let's make this a very clear storyline for my collective. Like one consistent storyline that's going to help the majority of my collective today. We see your mission and we support you. So there's a group of people there. Spectators. Just a group of people that appreciate you. Besties. Besties. We love that. People are so curious. Interesting. Besties remind me of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. They're on like their run, like their tour for the Rip. Like that level of bestie. Love it. Maybe your best friends can help you out with this. The softening. Or the coming into like a softer side. Past energy read. I'm not going to take it. If it wants to come out, it will. I don't like dwelling on the past, right? So let's... But if it's needed, then maybe we need to. Okay. Don't fall into their trap. Okay, so like a warning here. Maybe that's where the attachment styles come into play. Sometimes it can be so addicting to be attracted to the wrong sort of attachment style in the other person that it's just like, it's hard to pull yourself away from it. Whatever the case may be, you're like, don't fall into their trap. So be cognizant and aware. Maybe you put up boundaries in some place and like you're just concerned about like falling back into the trap or like falling back into old ways. I don't know. Research and studying. Okay. The Accountant. Ben Affleck. Again. I put that in there just because it's more or less... The Accountant was like neurodivergent. Probably even autistic even. I don't know if that was mentioned. It's been a minute since I've watched the original Accountant. But super smart, practical. And there was a softening there. Like once he, you know, when, what was her name? The redhead in that movie. She was also in Pitch Perfect. I forget her name. I'm sorry. I really like you too. But anyway, she came into the picture and she was all like bubbly, like completely different than him. And, he just like didn't know how to react. That's sort of like the feeling here. It's like maybe you're at a loss of like how to react or how to move forward, but like you're getting there. You're coming to terms with it. You are so beautiful to me. Oh, somebody's saying that to you, collective. That's awesome. Okay. Also, finances, obviously, with the Accountant. embarrassing. Maybe you feel embarrassed. Maybe you feel like this reading is calling you out. I don't mean to. Well, actually, that's not true. I do mean to call people out, but not in a bad way, in a way that allows you to take a deeper look at yourself without you having to try to figure it out like all alone. Because I know how that goes. I mean, that's why I listen to hours and like hundreds of hours of tarot just to even understand sort of like what was going on in my own storyline. And not every message was for me, but it took me that long to kind of have like a reckoning with myself. Anyway. Predator? Alien? That's what I get. I don't get like an actual predator. I get like alien style. Interesting. What did I say? Family or friends can help you. That goes right with predator. It's undeniable. What's undeniable? I'm going to pull on that. That just sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Sacrificing children? I'm not pulling this. If it wants to come out, it will. I want it to like fall out. That's what I'm looking for. Sacrificing children. Sacrificing children can just mean like maybe the efforts of what you have been doing or the efforts of the past, because we did get past energy read, was at the expense of children in terms of like them not getting the right attention that they need. I don't know. Also, what I've been finding is that sometimes these energy reads can encompass like a very long storyline. I'm talking like, you know, over the course of several years, like a long cycle. Or sometimes this can be so specific and in tune with like a momentary conversation. Like you just run into somebody and it's a conversation that sticks with you and it brings up all these emotions and feelings, like, and it's just that pivotal of like an experience. So this can run the gamut from like a long-term cycle to, you know, just like a very critical experience that doesn't last very long, you know, might only be a couple minutes. So kind of keep that in mind too. Like this doesn't have to be like, oh my God, this is my life story. No, it can be like just momentary too. Burdening yourself. You're burdening yourself, collective, whatever you're doing. I think by whatever you are not doing, you are burdening yourself. That's what I get. Because you know you need to do something. And by not doing it, you're just causing yourself that much more pain. Speech, speech, speech. People want to hear you. International Crime Syndicate. Research, studying. Whatever it is, your purpose in this lifetime is huge, collective. Did you know that? Maybe that's why you've been so protective. Thirst trap. Right next to you are so beautiful to me. Are you a thirst trap? I just got chills all over me. Does somebody consider you a thirst trap? Get ready, shit's about to pop off. House, home, or property. Get ready. Shit's about to pop off. I freaking love that card. Let's make this a very clear, consistent storyline that's going to help the majority of my collective today. What do they need to hear? What's a part of this story? Maybe there is, this is just coming to me. I feel like this could even be like forensic analysis of somebody's accounting, like their ledgers, their funds, where money has been funneled to. Where did the funds go to? That's also what the accountant was doing too. He was uncovering a truth behind like fraud and money laundering within a company. And it became like dangerous because, it was somebody obviously in, that held like a position of power, and I could totally be wrong, but I feel like they were on the board of said company, and it was in their best interest that, certain money was funneled somewhere. I don't know. I just get like, somebody is digging further into finances and accounting. Mm-hmm. And possibly by doing so, it's getting them all fired up. They're like, oh my God, like I'm fucking onto something, and they're getting really into it, but it's also like firing them up too at the same time. That's sort of what I get. But then like there's some sort of level of dichotomy here where it's like a need to pull back for certain people, places, and things. Like you can't always be on, right? Like there's a time and a place to be like this, and then like you go out into the real world and you still have to interact with like people, and you can't be like fucking pissed at them. I just kind of get like there's a way of operating. There's a need to sort of like meld the two worlds together, and maybe that's what's making you nervous. What else? Military grade equipment. Loss. Maybe a lot of loss in this international crime syndicate. And like that's being uncovered. That's another thing. So like research and studying is right next to international crime syndicate and the accountant. So not only like researching of funds and fraud, but also like researching the people and the loss there. Like maybe there's just like a inordinate amount of loss, and that's like another tip off. Defamation and slander. Underneath military grade equipment and international crime syndicate. Hi. Right next to the accountant, your purpose in this lifetime is huge. So somebody just wants to check in and say hello. Well, hello. Are you the thirst trap? Welcome. You're in receiving mode, though, collective. People are loving this new you. If you're worried about that, no. People are like, they're into it. Whatever you're doing, thirst trap, you got it going on. Baseball. Kundalini awakening. And a quick rise to fame, too. Drop the ego, though. Actor or actress. I get it. I mean, I'm taking some of these messages as for myself as well. Drop the ego. Yeah, I get it. I need to do that. But I've been through a lot of shit, and it's taken me a long time to get to a place to where like I can balance my own energies out. So maybe that's what you're doing too. Stolen mail. Remain stoic no matter what. Okay. All right, little refresher here. Don't fall into their trap, collective. Because whatever you do, they're going to try to reel you in. And if it's tied to this actor or actress, like, I get paparazzi with that. Or like a lot of attention, and they're just trying to like stir up like drama and shit just to like see how you're going to react. Research and studying. The accountant. You are so beautiful to me. Predator. Family or friends can help you. It's undeniable, whatever it is. Undeniable that there's an international crime syndicate going on here. Also undeniable that your purpose in this lifetime is huge, and undeniable that you're a thirst trap. That's what I get. It's all in that line. Military grade equipment was definitely a part of this. Defamation and slander. Hi. You're in receiving mode. Baseball. I don't know what baseball is all about. Wasn't there a, well, I mean, there's been like a lot of, what am I trying to say here? I'll come back to that. Something with baseball, though, in this international crime syndicate. Like, wasn't something uncovered in, like, the world of baseball, or was it football? I know gambling was in, basketball? I'm not getting that. Although it could be. I mean, there's also, obviously funds there. Okay, defamation and slander. You're in receiving mode, though. Something about baseball. Kundalini awakening, quick rise to fame. There's a need to drop the ego, having to do with an actor or actress. Stolen mail, and remain stoic no matter what. Okay. If you feel, and I know the energies are like all over the place here. So, if you kind of feel like this might resonate with you, or even in the past, even though that card didn't pull out, I just get a switch of energy here, then come find me at newworldangel.com and we will get into the extended on this. Drop the ego, actor or actress. Stolen mail, remain stoic no matter what. Are you serious? I'm at 40 minutes. I'm just on the freaking intro. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you over at the extended if you feel like this is you, and we'll go from there. Okay, bye.